When it comes to fighting games, I would have to say Data East's Karate Champ would be the first game in the genre I ever played. My father was still sort of into the Kung Fu movies in the 1980s, so it was one of the games we would play together from time to time. He even bought the NES cart so we could play Karate Champ at home, so this serves as a game I have a soft spot for, even though I mostly played it in the two-player mode. As I pointed out in the Street Fighter Shoryuken video, I recently came across the timeline of games in the fighting genre and began checking out games at the beginning. One of these was Karate Champ, which I am familiar with in its Versus variant because that was what got ported to the NES. The one credit clear strat seemed pretty straightforward for this title, as I figured you might be able to jump over the CPU and do reverse kick to make your way through the game. However, the CPU speeds up over time, and YouTube user Dumplechan shared an even easier strategy to get the 1cc. As such, I thought I would do this quick video on top of posting my one credit clear, as it will likely be more interesting as viewing material. To paraphrase Lord BBH, 1cc strats aren't always the prettiest thing to watch as a spectator. There are 24 stages in Karate Champ, and this is separated by two different AI routines. The CPU follows one routine from stages 1 through 9, and then follows a different routine from stages 10 through 24. The CPU appears to become slightly more aggressive as the stages progress per routine, but these strategies play into those routines to guarantee you'll get the point every time with a little bit of practice. The first routine for stages 1 through 9 can be beaten by holding up on both sticks to jump backward, then holding up on the left stick and down on the right stick to jump forward, and then holding both sticks forward to do a straight punch. If done in succession as soon as the match starts, the CPU will always walk into your punch. This gains you half a point, so the process is a little slower than routine 2, but it is a super simple way to hit the CPU each time. The second routine for stages 10 through 24 can be beaten by holding up on the left stick and down on the right stick to jump forward, holding up only on the left stick to neutral jump, quick tapping down on only the right stick to fake a low kick, and then immediately holding up on the left stick and right on the right stick to do the jumping kick. This one takes a little bit of practice so you can get the timing. The jumps are simple enough. You jump forward, and then the neutral jump is done strictly for timing as the CPU closes the distance between the fighters. You have to fully hold the direction to actually do an attack in this game, so quick tapping for the low kick immediately cancels the attack. The CPU is input reading this attack and tries to counter, which is where you jump kick instead and land the full point counter hit. It's very repetitive, but in a way it's very satisfying. I think it's doubly satisfying knowing that you're giving it to the input reading CPU opponent. Anyone should be able to get the first routine down in a couple of tries, but it might take some practice to get the timing and feeling down for the second routine. However, anyone willing to put the time in should be able to claim a straightforward one credit clear in Data East's Karate Champ.